Hello everyone, and welcome to the math puzzle crash course. And we're going to do a little bit of a different uh, type of video. I'm actually going to start a video series here that I thought might be fun to do. But right now, I've been working on this channel for quite a while. I believe this thing started back around 2023. You can kind of see the lifetime of this channel. And, starting out, it's one of those things where I just started out really not knowing anything about video editing. A lot of people would say I still don't really know a lot about it, and that's fine. Um, but I wanted to do a little bit of a series here on my monetization journey. I'm not there yet, but I am working on it, and I feel like I am getting closer, and just kind of go over my take on it. I'm far from being any kind of a big YouTube channel. I'm just a run-of-the-mill guy who has a channel. And, this channel goes back, I believe, all the way back to like January, lifetime, January 23rd, 2023 was when this started. And you can kind of see my timeline here. I had no subscribers back in January. I had a few views. You can see starting right off the bat, I had a few views. The views kind of went up and so on. Didn't really know a lot about what I was doing. I had a big stretch where I didn't really put anything up there. And then in May, I had this little spike where I had about 121 views. Looks like May 22nd of 2023. And I'm just going to say right off the bat that this channel is very low budget. I use Bandicam for all my screen editing. I'm using a very cheap gaming headset right now. A lot of times I'm just using a cheap microphone. I've been known to sometimes even just use the microphone built into my, laptop. Um, I have finally been using the last year or so, I've been using DaVinci Resolve, which is a wonderful software package for doing video editing. When I first started this channel, I was recording things in Bandicam, and I wasn't even bothering to do any editing because I really didn't know how. Like, how do I do titles? How do I splice video clips together? I had no idea how to do any of that. So what did I do? I went on YouTube, saw some videos on how to do video editing, and I kind of went from there with it, honestly. For a lot of my math videos I'm using PowerPoint now. I'm still not great with it. I don't really use that a lot anywhere else. But I'm starting to get a little bit better with doing slideshows and figuring some things out. I'm very far from perfect, and that's fine. That's not what I'm after. But um, as this channel has grown a little bit, I had a really big spike. It looks like around. Goodness, was it? We're talking October-ish of 2023. About a year ago, I had like, quite a good number of views. I'm not sure exactly which video that would be, but basically lifetime of the channel, if I'm looking at the channel from January of 2023 to November 1st, I've had over 316,000 views. The watch time hours, 6384. Average duration time, I believe, is a minute 12. Yeah, so not a lot. I mean, this course is this the math puzzle crash course was basically set up to, cover some of the viral math problems that are on the internet. A lot of the ones that sometimes people argue over. Sometimes, frankly, it gets a little nasty between some people, but the idea was to help kind of work through some of those problems and show how they're actually answered. And a lot of times people just watch for the answer, and that's what they're looking for. A lot of times people maybe not are looking at the why behind it. They just want the answer and they want to move on. So that could be partly what it is. Now I look at the last 365 days and I start to get a little bit hopeful. The way YouTube works is in order to reach the level to be monetized, get into the partner program and so on, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and you need to have 4,000 watch hours in the last uh, 365 days. Well, I do see here in the last 365 days, I'm hitting 3,833 watch hours, and I believe as of the making of this of this video on November 2nd, I've got around 824 subscribers, I believe. So not a lot. Um, as far as the subscription status goes, a lot of my views are coming from people who are not subscribed, obviously. It looks like, if I'm looking at this correctly, about 99% of the views are coming from people not subscribed. Only 1% of the views. I mean, I appreciate the views. The watch time hours definitely are helpful. It would be nice to boost up some subscriptions, but there's a lot of good analytics here if you're looking through things, and I'm willing to share a lot of this info. The idea of this is I want to kind of share some of what I'm doing. I'm not perfect. I'm doing a lot of things wrong. I have been doing a lot of things wrong, and I've been watching some other videos of people who are explaining a lot of the things that I need to probably do in my channel. A lot of the settings that I've been avoiding. I've learned a couple things in the last couple days about some things in the settings that I need to go in and fix. There's some default settings. I've got a Word document where I copy and paste a lot of my video description info, and there's actually a default setting within YouTube Studio where you can set that up, and basically it'll be there all the time. I can have default settings for things like, the video's not made for, kids, that type of thing, and so I don't have to keep setting those every time. I can look at demographics here. I can look at things like, the age groups. Looks like there's a good chunk of people 35 to 44 years old, 22.2%. So you got a pretty good breakdown. You got different cities, which is very interesting. Looks like India has got a Bengaluru. I'm sorry if I'm missing that. Karnataka, India. Warsaw, Poland. That's really cool. I mean, it's kind of cool when you look at this and you see like these are the top cities in the world that the videos are seen in. So a lot of them are foreign, like there's Charlotte, North Carolina, Denver. So the cool thing about YouTube is that, the things that you post can be seen worldwide. Yeah. Very neat. United States, of course, I've got a lot of views. A lot of what my content seems to be, taken a lot here in the U.S. India, also Poland, which is very interesting. United Kingdom. I do, I do appreciate all the viewers and subscribers wherever you are. Traffic sources, we can look at that information. But kind of getting back onto what I was originally wanting to do, not so much just showing the analytics, but just kind of showing some things, things like settings that I've really been avoiding for a very long time. All right, so I want to get back to the settings here that I was talking about, and I've been very guilty of not bothering to do this. I just watched a really great video. It was probably only 8 minutes, 8 minutes, 20 seconds from Virginia Kerr, I believe her name is, Kerr, who has a channel. Had never watched any of her videos before, but it showed up as a recommended video because I have been watching more things about monetization and what people do. And in that 8 minutes or so, she packed it full of great information, some really great advice. And I realized a lot of the stuff I have not been taking care of in here. Like for one thing, I was not really aware of is the keywords. When you go into your channel settings in YouTube Studio, there's this whole thing about keywords, and you have up to 500 letters that you can enter, and it helps with the algorithm. And I'll be honest, I am not the best person who understands the YouTube algorithm whatsoever, but you want to try to feed it with as much fuel as you can so that your videos get searched. And I'm realizing here that I'm only using 12 characters out of the 500 I could be. There's probably a lot of helpful keywords that would help get my videos noticed. And so maybe out of these 200 and some videos that I've made, I might have more subscribers and watch hours by now had I utilized these keywords effectively. And I'll be honest, I have not. And the other thing too is this whole thing about upload defaults. Now, I finally got smart after a long time. Every video description, I wanted to add, a little description, and then I wanted to add a few links to some of the other videos that I have that are related to the topic. And I eventually put them in a Word document that I would copy and paste. Well, there's times that I've uploaded videos in a hurry, I'm tired, whatever, and I forget to do it. And then my description looks, bad. I have to go back and fix it. You can actually go into your settings and have a default information. Maybe you have an Amazon account. Maybe you're an Amazon, oh gosh, what is it? You maybe sell things through Amazon. You have, my words are escaping me, but you have maybe links. Maybe you have some affiliate links of some kind that you post in every video. You can set that all up here in your default. So something that I have not done. Um, you can manage your permissions on your brand. Keep using your brand account to add or change permissions. You could have an owner and a manager. If you get big enough and you need to do that, you can do things like that. You've got your community. You can add moderators. I'm not at that point where I need to worry about things like that, but you have different agreements, I guess. You got quite a few things. One of the things I will say that Virginia Kerr had mentioned that I am not doing at all, and I need to do it. And I'll be honest, I need to put a link to her video in here if I can. I'd say go if you're interested in having a YouTube channel, go look at what she's got. It's great, great stuff. Um, yeah, and so one of the things she did mention though was like naming the files. Like when you go to upload a file, like if I was going to create and do an upload, I'm not going to upload a file. When you name it, name the file something that is sensible, that you can search easily, or that would help the algorithm. Make sure that your title of your video is using some keywords that would help the YouTube algorithm find your video. Those are some great tips, and I have gotten better about naming my files. But then when I saw, the video that Virginia did, it really kind of hit it home for me. It was like, man, I really need to get on top of this stuff if I really want this channel to succeed. Um, so. Yeah, I mean, and it's for me personally, like the goals that I have in this channel, it's just really to help people out, share information that I know. There's some things, in mathematics at least, that I just took for granted and thought everybody knew, and I'm realizing no, there's a lot of people struggling with things, and so. Um, whatever it is you're doing in your channel, make sure it's something that you enjoy, something that you love. I've seen so many YouTubers get burned out, or they get into this rut of feeling like they've got to put out a new video every 3 days or 4 days, and it becomes a chore. It becomes a huge task. I, want to try to keep this fun for myself. I mean, I have actually two other channels. I have one that's just me taking walks in different parks. I think to this day I've only got 4 subscribers in that channel. And I have a gaming channel where a lot of that is just gaming related stuff. I've got maybe 70 subscribers there. But it's really more about me having fun than really the subscribers and getting all kinds of watch hours. It's like things are great, but I want to do things that I enjoy, and in the middle of doing those things, I just want to share them. Um, and I would just say my own recommendation, and I'm not the best person probably to recommend things because obviously I have not been doing things all that great here, and I'm being reminded of it by other creators. But your first videos are always going to stink. I would have to say that, I think I'm up to 270 some little math videos ranging from a few minutes to 10 to 20 minutes, 25 minutes, whatever. A big chunk of those early ones really stink. As a matter of fact, I've been going back through some of the really early ones where I did some really terrible or actually no editing whatsoever. I look at those now and I'm like, man, those things really stink. So I've actually redone some of those videos more recently, improved them a little bit. And I wouldn't be surprised in another year or two, I'm going to look back on the videos I'm doing now and go, man, I really didn't know what I was doing. I could do that so much better today with what I know now, and maybe I'll end up redoing them again. I don't know. But I would just say, stick with what you like to do. Don't ever make it a chore. If it becomes a chore, you're not going to want to do it. And I will say that from experience. There's things that I've given up. And when something becomes a chore, I just don't want to do it anymore. Um, so I've probably gone on a little bit too long in this video. I don't want to keep it very long. I'm going to do a series of these. I'm not even sure how often, if it's going to be once a week. I'm going to keep up with the math videos. I've actually got videos scheduled for this channel all the way through till December, at least one video a week, and I've already got that up and ready to go. But I would like to get this series started and see if there's any interest, see if anybody has any interest in this at all. And I would say go check out Virginia Kerr's site for sure, her YouTube channel. And another guy I really like a lot too, who's been putting out a lot of great content on how to do a YouTube channel is Rob the Maritimer. He's really just sitting there in a room. He's got his cat in the background. He's been doing some walking videos. But he has some really, really great advice on how to start a YouTube channel, really at any age. I mean, even if you're older, if you're in your 40s, your 50s, 60s, wherever you are in life, it's never too late to start one. And I think a lot of his content is really great. I love his channel, and I highly recommend it. But again, I've run on a little bit too long. I actually tried to write some notes out this time and try to follow it. Um, that's one of my weaknesses too, is not writing out some bullet point notes ahead of time. I can have a tendency to ramble a little bit, which is kind of a weakness of mine. But um, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is there some things that you want to see? Is there anything you want to see in the math videos? Is there anything you guys want to know about the experience in YouTube? I'm not going to necessarily be able to answer a lot of things because I'm learning myself as I go, but I'll do my best. And hey, I look forward to seeing everybody in some future videos. Thanks and have a great day.